And let's get into this next thing we're talking about. So we're looking at a Houston shooting that happened most recently, where Harris County deputy was injured in the shootout. So we're going to watch a little bit of that and see what that's talking about.
We are following breaking news, a very interesting scene unfolding here in downtown Houston. We have a Precinct 1 deputy by the name of Sheila Jones that was shot a couple of hours ago. She is unstable. We just learned that information a short time ago. It happened near the Criminal Justice Complex. That's in the 1100 block of Congress. Let's go out to our Jade Fleury now, who is live down there with some more details on this officer-involved shooting. Jade.
Well, Anthony, as you can see, the scene is still very active. HPD's out here. The sheriff's office is out here. Multiple blocks are blocked off. We are right here on San Jacinto Street and Congress. And like you said, officials have identified the female deputy as Precinct 1 deputy Sheila Jones, a 30-year veteran of law enforcement. Officials say that deputies saw the suspect walking from 201 Caroline Street with a weapon. A deputy noticing that suspect with a gun began chasing the man, and a shootout occurred near the Harris County Family Law Center. The female deputy being one of the people shot and the suspect being the other. 4 deputies were also involved in the shootout, but it is unclear how many of them actually shot at the suspect. All of this happening around 12:30 this afternoon. Deputy Jones was taken to St. Joseph's Hospital because it was the closest in the area, but it was determined that she would be transported to Memorial Hermann for her injuries. Like you said, we are told that Deputy Jones is in stable condition. And again, she has 30 years of experience in law enforcement, and she's a major at the sheriff's office assigned to the county attorney's building. She's also this is what officials had to say about the incident.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a difficult day down here in the courthouse complex. Every day, deputies come to this location to make sure that jurors, judges, commissioners, staff, and citizens are safe when they come to these buildings. And today at approximately 12:20, we received information that a man with a weapon was walking from 201 Caroline in the direction down the street.
So you just walking out and about with your gun out? That is, what is, with a weapon out? The only reason you're doing that, you're trying to commit a crime. That's the only reason. So, Jesus.
Towards the Family Law Center. He passed the jury assembly building, and a deputy gave chase when he spotted the man that was reported as having a weapon. He chased that man across these streets here, across San Jacinto, down Congress, and at that time, a series of deputies encountered the man, and a shootout ensued on the plaza at 1115 Congress. At that point in time, the suspect was hit, as well as one of the deputies that worked for us. The constable was in a pay parity hearing in Austin at the time, and he is now en route to the hospital. The deputy was hit in the back, as I understand, and she was transported immediately by a patrol unit to St. Joseph's Hospital, where she was assessed, and it was decided that it was in her best interest to transport her to UT Memorial, which is where she is now. The suspect was transported by ambulance after being triaged by on-site emergency medical responders and is now at Memorial Hermann Hospital. The deputies that were engaged in the exchange, along with the deputy that was hit, are now being interviewed, as is standard process. I am very, very thankful to our partners at the Sheriff's Department and HPD, who immediately came out to our aid to support us, and I am supported here today by several outstanding leaders who have offered support to Constable Rosen, who has been in contact with the family and who is immediately on his way to check on the condition of the deputy and to console her family.
Now, there's another video we want to look at that is basically talking about the suspect has been charged. So we're going to watch a little bit of this, and so we can actually see the suspect and see who was out of their mind enough to walk around with the gun out, ready to do some crazy stuff. But let's get into
County Precinct 1 deputy remains in the hospital here at noon following a shootout in downtown Houston Monday. And the man accused of shooting her has been identified. Deputy Sheila Jones was shot in the back just after noon yesterday. She was called to the area after reports of a man with a weapon walking down the street toward the Family Law Center. That was when several deputies ran toward him. The suspect then shot Jones, we're told. Law enforcement officers returned fire, hitting the suspect several times. DA Sean Tier is crediting Deputy Sheila Jones with likely preventing a mass casualty event. We now know the suspect is 34 years.
Now, this man looks crazy. Tattoos all over the face, cross. Oh, yeah, he was, his eyes look low. Man, this man is, so, oh my God.
4-year-old Parnell Bland.
He was bonded out of jail last week.
He faces charges of aggravated assault against a public servant and felon in possession of a weapon. He had actually just bonded out of jail on a trespassing charge last week.
Some people never learn. I mean, some people are always going to commit crimes. You're just bonded out last week and you immediately get into a shootout with the police a week later? Crazy.
Week and has multiple felony convictions. He is expected to survive.
Today our prayers were answered, and I can't thank the public for the amount of prayers that have rolled in since this incident happened today. So I want to first by saying thank you to the public for their thoughts, prayers, because they were answered. Deputy Sheila Jones, who's a 30-plus year law enforcement veteran, was shot, and thankfully she had a bulletproof vest on, which saved her from any internal injuries. This was a disturbance, a weapons disturbance, right in our courthouse complex, where we have people that transact business and work every single day, and this could have really been a very bad situation. So law enforcement does what it does, and that means that we neutralize the threat very quickly. And the actual shooter was shot multiple times and is being treated at Memorial Hermann Hospital. Sheila Jones has been with our office and was a former Harris County Sheriff's Office major. She's in good spirits. She's being tended to by the best doctors in the country, and we're thankful for them. I'm also extremely thankful to our law enforcement partners that responded so quickly. You know, in law enforcement, it really is a family, and today was a true testament of that.
Now, let's make sure we keep her. I know she's in stable condition, what they says, but let's make sure she has a good recovery. It sounds like she did her job and she did what she was supposed to do. We need to make sure that we keep police presence is a very important thing. It's, as a person who likes to be a law-abiding citizen and who likes to live in a place with laws, I want to be able to, if an emergency happens and I call the police, I want to make sure that they get there in a timely manner. So that means we need a good amount of police presence. You don't want to call the police and then end up waiting. No. I need to, something's happening. I need you there now. Come on now. It's an emergency. This is your job. This is what we pay you our tax dollars for. But that Houston shooting that happened. I think it was yesterday, but let's remember, let's keep everybody in our prayers, and hopefully the dude who did this stays in jail some more. All right, everybody, to remember, this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.